Hey guys, history behind the warrior, and today we're going to be talking about Ermac since you guys would not stop berating me about it. So here you go guys. Also, before the video kicks off properly, I just want to say thank you to everyone who's brought this channel. I was watching the Kenshi video and I saw that I had 360 subscribers when I made that. Now we're in like 14,000. It's crazy to think how far we've come in just 1 month. Also, as you guys know, I said I was going to set up a character straw poll so you guys can choose which of the characters you want me to cover in the next coming month. So I put the straw poll in the description. Go there and go vote now before this video starts, so you might have the character you choose in the next video. Little fun fact for you guys, Ermac is somewhat accidental character, much like Scarlet herself. Now this is because the characters which they had would turn red, such as Scorpion and Sub-Zero, and their costume would change and it would display Ermac, and then this would be the dawn and creation of Ermac himself. Mortal Kombat 3. Ermac debuts as one of Shao Kahn's most deadly warriors. He was created by the Emperor himself through a fusion of souls. Ermac carried out missions for the Emperor and travelled to the Netherrealm. Ermac would then be acquainted with Sejenko, a Earthrealm warrior that roamed the realms on a quest to search for the ancient Kamidogus. Ermac taught Sejenko his abilities in turn for his assistance. The reason for this was because Ermac was in the Netherrealm to slay a demon, but the Netherrealm itself drained Ermac's power, and only the Soul Stone could stop this process. Luckily, Sejenko found and brought the stone to Ermac, who thanked him for his help and offered to train Sejenko. However, later Ermac was assaulted by Ashura, who believed him to be a demon. Ermac participated in the invasion of Earthrealm. However, after Shao Kahn's defeat and subsequent loss to Liu Kang, Ermac remained under Kahn's control and wandered outward without instructions. Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance. During the events of Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance, Shao Kahn is killed, and it effectively renders Ermac a walking zombie. Luckily, the wandering Ermac is found by the blind swordsman Kenshi and is freed from Shao Kahn's control. As a form of gratitude, Ermac teaches Kenshi the telekinetic slam technique. Mortal Kombat Deception. Ermac's newfound freedom meant he was allowed to choose his own destiny, and he decided to repent for his earlier sins and become a force of good. After making this decision, he would meet a warrior's soul, and just out of luck, it was the warrior's soul of the recently killed Liu Kang. The two of them would then come to the agreement of saving their friends that were enslaved by the Dragon King Onaga. The two would then set out to free their allies, which was Jackson Briggs, Johnny Cage, Sonya Blade, Katana and Kung Lao from Onaga's control. They eventually succeeded in their pursuit. Mortal Kombat Armageddon. During the Battle of Armageddon, we see Ermac join the Forces of Light, where he swiftly incapacitated if not killed Rain when the battle begun. However, during the battle he disappears for a very long time, allowing Shang Tsung to impersonate him. However, by the end of Armageddon and the beginning of MK9, we see that Ermac is eventually dead. Now it's time to kick off the reboot, Mortal Kombat 9. Unlike the previous version of Ermac, he's introduced in the first Mortal Kombat tournament by Shang Tsung, where he is labelled the newest creation of Shao Kahn. Despite his deadly powers, Ermac is defeated by Liu Kang in battle. Later on, Ermac appears in the Soul Chamber where he slumbers. He is however awoken by Sub-Zero, Sonya and Jax. When Ermac emerges, Jax attempts to stop him. However, he is stopped by a telekinesis, which is then followed by having his arms ripped off. While Sonya tends to Jax, Sub-Zero then fights Ermac, who also defeats him. During the second tournament at the Colosseum, Ermac defeats and eliminates Johnny Cage from the tournament, leaving only Liu Kang and Kung Lao to fight for Earthrealm. After Kung Lao was killed by Shao Kahn, Liu Kang was enraged and tried to avenge his fallen friend. The Emperor was supposedly killed, and his allies then argued about who should be the new ruler of Outworld. Shao Kahn eventually appeared alongside Quan Chi, who had aided him in his recovery. He is then later seen participating in the invasion of Earthrealm. After Curtis Stryker defeats Kintaro and attempts to call in a medical evacuation for the injured Cabal, Stryker was telekinetically thrown into the subway by Ermac, whereupon he is defeated. Ermac's final appearance in MK9 is when he comes across Cyber Sub-Zero freeing the Earthrealm prisoners. However, the freed prisoners were then seen being thrown back telekinetically into the room they were. In a rematch, Cyber Sub-Zero faced Ermac once more, and much like before, Sub-Zero won. Mortal Kombat Comic. Ermac appears before Mileena in a keep in Seaton Valley, where Rain is being cared for. He then informs the Empress of the status of the Shokan siege on Zunkara. Despite Mileena's hope that Kintaro would not kill Kotal Khan, Ermac informs her that Kotal will instead be victorious. having enlisted the aid of the Black Dragons and using their weapons to decimate Kintaro's forces. An enraged Mileena demands to know of Reiko and the Red Dragon, and Ermac informs her that they are still on Shang Tsung's island. When Rain awakens and informs Mileena of Reiko's true allegiance to Havoc, Ermac tells Mileena that the name stirs confusion and chaos in the thousands of souls. Ermac is then ordered to gather the Tarkatans as they set out for Shang Tsung's island. And once more, this is where we're up to in the comics, so we're just going to jump straight into the game now. Mortal Kombat X. In chapter 6 of the game, it is revealed via flashback that Ermac once served the Empress Mileena. He is seen with Mileena and her servants confronting Kotal Khan and his allies Reptile and Devourer, who are plotting to overthrow the Empress. After Reptile reveals Mileena's true origins, a genetic experiment formed in Shang Tsung's flesh pits, Ermac betrays the Empress and engages her in combat. Eventually, all of Mileena's allies are slain, and Kotal orders Reptile to escort Mileena away. Ermac then pledges his allegiance to the new Emperor of Outworld, Kotal Khan. Ermac first appears in Chapter 2 alongside Erron Black with an army of Outworld soldiers escorting Kotal Khan's carriage to its destination. They are then ambushed by Mileena's Tarkatan hordes. Ermac joins Devourer and Erron Black in fighting them off, killing numerous of the Tarkatans with his telekinetic powers. Ermac alongside Erron Black and Reptile investigate the slain corpses of 2 Outworld soldiers who had been ordered to take Shinnok's amulet to a safe location. Upon further inspection, they summarize that Devourer is working with the Earthrealmers. Soon afterwards, they are ambushed by Cassie Cage and her team, leading Reptile to believe that Devourer has set them free. Although Ermac, Erron and Reptile have the upper hand for most of the fight, they are eventually defeated by Takeda and knocked unconscious. Later they report to Kotal Khan and inform him of Devourer's betrayal, believing that Devourer has stolen the amulet and brought it to Raiden. In response, Kotal Khan orders Ermac and the others to prepare his army for the invasion of Earthrealm, intending to steal back the amulet. As Cassie, Takeda, Kung Jin and Jackie crash land in a forest, Kotal and his followers emerge from a portal nearby. Kotal orders his minions to attack, but the Earthrealmers manage to escape. As they venture deeper into the woods in search of Cassie and her friends, Ermac tells Kotal that he can sense their presence. Moments later, Cassie's team attacks Kotal Khan's army, resulting in a long battle between them. After defeating Reptile and healing Takeda, Jackie Bricks confronts Ermac, knowing that he was responsible for ripping off her father's arms 25 years ago. Jackie defeats Ermac and remarks that with his defeat, her father has been avenged. Ermac is not seen again after this and assumed that he's been driven back to Outworld along with the rest of Kotal Khan's forces. And this is the end of Ermac for the time being. I have to say I kind of enjoyed doing this one, and a lot of you guys requested for me to actually do him, and I do have to admit, he's actually kind of cool. I didn't really think he was super awesome, but yeah, Ermac's kind of growing on me, I'm not gonna lie. Now as stated earlier, there's going to be a character straw poll. You guys, if you haven't voted now, go vote there. It's going to be open for about, I think, 2 weeks from this point where it's uploaded, and then the winners are going to be announced on the Wednesday of my Q&A or Weekly Tower Wednesday thing. Just want to say thank you to all of you once again, and I'll show you a little teaser of who's coming up next.
Impersonating me again, Mileena? Fool, I am Katana. Your charade ends now.
Yep, so from what you guys can see, it's going to be Katana, and you know, I figured I need to cover some female characters, because so far, it's just all been guys and a symbiote pair, which I'm not really considering Farah as a girl. I don't even know what that thing is. It eats things. Put in the comments below which other female character you'd like to see me to cover, because I'd love to cover more female characters and give some diversity of this thing. Anyway, thanks for coming guys, and I'll see you guys next time.